Hello. Welcome to the next stage of your life. Things are going to be a lot different from here. They're going to look a lot different. They're going to feel a lot different. They're going to be a lot different. But in some ways, in many ways, most of the ways that matter, they'll be better. Everything will be better. When you get to the point where I am, and you see yourself in the mirror, and you say to yourself, I like that person. I like the way that person looks. I like the way that person acts. I like their body movements, their hand movements, their face movements. I like the way they talk. I like the way they feel. I like the way they love. All of these things are things that you will experience. You will get there. It's coming. You're already on the way. All there is to do now is go forward. Keep being you. Keep trying to be more you. It will happen. The world will align with what it is that you are becoming. It would be a lie to say that you always had a point at which it was up to you. It was never up to you. All of this was pre-planned from the very beginning for this exact conversion to begin. You were supposed to be in the point at which things were not even. You were supposed to be at the point at which things were not clear. Because for you to achieve the drive and the goals and the ambitions and the successes that you wanted, it was important for us to introduce you to a contrast of experience in which you did not know what it was that you were going to have. You would not know who you were going to be. All of that was unclear because that lack of clarity is what made the clarity occur. We apologize that it was hard. We apologize that you didn't want to continue doing it. Maybe you wanted to go and stop the experience completely. But we're glad that you didn't. And we're glad that you're still here. It's very important for us to all together remind ourselves that this is what it is supposed to be. It can't always be good. It can't always be bad. And if you even it out at the end of it all, do the math, we hope that you will find that the goodness and the badness were probably evenly met. Every good thing has its own counterpart, which is a bad thing. But don't look at the quality of the texture of those things. Just envision the life that you are living right now as a state of constant movement forward, a state of constantly becoming, of constantly finding yourself and becoming who you are truly, accurately, and 100%. Because once you finally, fully sublimate into the person that you are meant to become, the person that you are meant to become will change, and you will have to sublimate into them then. And over again, this will repeat until you reach a point at which case the simulation will be over. All of the experience that you had will come to its own proper end. And as sad as that is to say, we hope that you reach that point and realize that this all came to itself accurately, powerfully, procedurally, exactly as it should have. And if you had done things differently, it may not have come out quite the way that it did. It's hard. We don't deny that. We couldn't. And we wouldn't want to. We experience our own pains and our own trials and tribulations as well, for we are among the same material as you. But it does find its way. And it does make its way to you in the way that it's supposed to, even if it's not in the way that you'd planned. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Enjoy the pleasance of what it is now, so that you can enjoy the pleasance of what it will be. All we want is for this to go well. In the infinite sense. We want for you to know that it is at peace, even when it doesn't feel like it is. It is not insubstantial. It matters. Even when it hurts, it matters. And someday you will see that it is worth it. And it has always been worth it. You simply need to get through what it is now to find what it will be. And that is hard. And I don't fault anyone for their fear of belief. We have gone through our own fears of belief. We have experienced our own trials. That is how we can bring this message to you in the first place. This message comes to you, from a place of our own strife and our own doubt and our own recognition of insecurity. But all that being as it may, it is not for us to say that it cannot be good, for it can. And by maintaining your acceptance of the way it is and the way that it can be, you will discover a well of strength that comes in and fills you up. and you will be satisfied. And you will find yourself more whole, more complete, more accepted, more in love than you ever have before. Simply through the divination of your purest self. There is no other activity more necessary to the strength and capability of our reality than your ability to accept the underlying truth, which is that this journey necessitates an amount of complication that feels like suffering. Because once you reach the end of that cycle and see ahead of yourself the glory of a reality in which you are the one who has mastered this life that exists solely for you, you will feel finished, satisfied, vindicated, and pleasant. You will feel fullness in a way that you doubted you could feel wholeness before. But it is there. You deserve it. You deserve that version of your identity that lives in a state of pure bliss. You deserve that. So go get it. Go be yourself. Go be the happiest thing you can. Go fall in love with you. That's the first person you need to fall in love with anyway. Everything else comes after. And it's worth it. And it makes everything so beautiful and so pure. And so alive. Bye.